Mic check, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Hello, what's going on, guys? Welcome to TNT Joe-Fi. Sorry, a little technical thing here. My mic is not cooperating with me. Give me a second as I adjust this. This is something that I should have done prior to the show, but I forgot. I was recording a video last night and I had the mic at a different angle, and you guys don't care. You guys really do not care. Hi, everybody. Happy Friday. This is TNT Joe-Fi, tech news that Jerome Ortega finds interesting. I'm your host, Jerome Ortega. Today is Friday. Happy Friday, everyone. TGIF, November 6th. It's, sorry. I like to sit cross-legged sometimes, cross-legged. It's so nice today here in Chicago. It's like in the low 70s, and it's just so nice. I went for like a 2-hour walk, and I know you guys don't care. Also, is this light weird? I changed the light. It's more of a white light instead of an orange light. I don't know. I have two different kinds. Also, I have quarters in my pocket because I'm doing laundry. I'm gonna take that out right now. All right. A lot of just random talk. So let me see. Let me say hi to everybody. Brian was first in here. Also, I have stuff behind me. I forgot. Brian, what's going on? Friday, TNT Joe-Fi. What's going on, Brian? How are you? Igor Pajkanovich. Friday, everyone, with the Nexus emoji. What's up, Igor? How's it going? Oh, Friday. My bad. Friday. Jason Lim. Yo, head on in my phone. 12 Pro Max and fam. We're going to talk about that 12 Pro Max. I'm wondering how good that phone's going to be. Nigel Sugden, good evening, everyone. Good evening to you, Nigel. How's it going? Kate, what's up? Kate, long time no see, long time no talk. Well, we were talking a little bit. I know I haven't gotten back to you as quickly as I should have. It's just I'm literally, when I say I'm busy, I'm quite busy. It's just there's so much going on, and but we'll talk. Yeah. So Kate was saying, I still can't decide if it's worth buying the 12 mini versus the SE. You guys should chime in as well. I'm talking to you people in chat. You people. What do you mean by you people? I'm talking about the people in chat. So Kate is in this dilemma where she has the old school, the OG iPhone SE, and she can't decide if she should upgrade. So here's the thing, Kate, if you want, so I know you're used to the SE, that's the super small one, but if you get the 12 mini, you'll have a better camera over the SE. You'll also have a faster chipset. Technically, the 12 mini should also have a better battery and should have an extra year of support. Maybe not. No, it'll probably be around the same time, but you also won't have Touch ID on the 12 mini. You'll have Face ID. So whether or not, if you like that fingerprint reader on the front, that's something to think about as well. I mean, the 12 mini is a decent phone for the price, but it lacks in the battery department. But if you're still rocking a super old, the OG iPhone SE, you might not even notice with the newer SE, especially if you like that front fingerprint reader. But you also have to think about if you get the iPhone 12 mini, you'll get a bigger display up front. I don't know. What do you guys think? Thoughts? People? Thoughts? I want the smaller one and the one that'll last. The thing is, they're both gonna last. They're both gonna last. They both have recent chipsets. They're both good phones. It's just, do you want a bigger screen, a better battery, a better camera? I mean, the price reflects it. That's the reason the iPhone mini is more expensive than the iPhone SE. Oh, I got my screen fixed for $60, so it's not as urgent now. Kate might not even get it then. Kate might just rock her SE. Anyway, Kate, it's very nice to see you. Nice to see you. Welcome, welcome. Six is in here as well on Twitch. What's going on, Six? How are you, man? How's it going? How's it going? Good, I hope. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Joe Robert Sanchez, which is someone on Facebook. I don't think I've ever seen you here before. What's cracking? What's crack-a-lacking? Not much, man. How are you? Welcome to the stream. I like your avatar. It's very festive for November 6th. It's like when the pumpkins are still out. The woo, players. What up? Woo! Woo! I can't do it. Woo. Woo. What's going on, the woo? How's it going, man? Welcome to the stream. William Maya. Yo. What up, William? How are you, man? How's it going? Welcome, welcome. CH Gadgets. Mic is checked. It is. I was like, what are you talking? Oh, and then I remembered I was adjusting it. I am very happy to be here. Very nice, the woo. Very nice. Team Varai. Hi, Jerome and stream. What's going on, Team Varai? Welcome, welcome. Ishmael Harden. What's up, stream? Checking in while I write an essay. What are you writing your essay on? What's that about? Is it anything interesting or fun? Sorry, I forgot to bring up a page here, and I'm bringing that up now because we're going to talk about this in a minute. Neil says it's shit here in the UK, bro. Lockdown and shit weather. Did they put new rules again in the UK? Ugh. I mean, not that it is, any better here in the States. I mean, I think it's the worst here in the States. Maybe not lockdown rules, but just like how bad the virus is here. I don't know. How's it going though, Neil? How are you? Hopefully everything's going well. CH Gadget says that 12 mini is really mini though. It is. I kind of want the 12 mini for the size. So this is where I was at too. So like, even though I have my 12 Pro, I was like, what do I need the 12 Pro for? I'll just get the 12 mini. So then I'll have a phone that's as small as my Pixel 5 or as small as my other Pixel 5. Yes, I have two Pixel 5s. I have so many phones right now. Pixel 4a, Pixel 4. You guys see me. I do this every time for some reason. It's just, I'm at the point of showing off the phones here. But I did want a 12 mini for its small size, but I ended up pre-ordering a 12 Pro Max. I have this tweet here that shows it. Also, if you don't follow me on Twitter, feel free to follow me on Twitter. You can follow me at Phone Jerome. But I tweeted this morning. I woke up early to make sure I got this phone, and I ordered the 12 Pro Max. I'm going to be picking it up. Like, they could have delivered it, but I just didn't know what time it was going to get delivered. So I'm going to be picking it up sometime in the afternoon so then I can get back on time. But man, $1,100. That's why, like, that's the reason I ended up pre-ordering it or getting it, because like it's just $100 more than the Pro. Not that I want a big ass phone, but I want to test that phone for its camera capabilities. So it looks like for 2020, 2021, I'm going to be returning this Pro. So I returned the 12 Pro, which is nice because there's no restocking fee. And then I'm just going to get the 12 Pro Max instead. $1,200, I think, after all said and done, after taxes. So expensive. So expensive. Okay. So Manuel, what's going on, Manuel? Mini is all screen. SE has huge bezels, right? I like an all screen phone. So like I'm the same way. I know in Kate's situation, she's just so Kate's not a very heavy tech phone person even. I mean, it's the reason she's still rocking the original SE and she hasn't had any issues with it. And that's kind of why it's like, well, you got to think about what's important to you. But if you want a phone that's going to last, they're both going to last. But it's hard not to be like a tech nerd and say, like, just buy the Mini. The Mini is going to be the better phone, because I think we all know the Mini is the better phone overall, but I don't know what fits her needs completely. So Igor says, any rumors about Google Black Friday deals? The only rumor I heard anyone talk about was that it was going to be $50 off somewhere. So that's not much of a deal. It's not the best deal in the world, but that's the only thing I've heard so far. Ernie Manning, what up, Jerome in chat? Crazy Friday today. Is it? Wait, what's going on? I know the election stuff, so that's always crazy. Ernie, I actually have your tweet up. I figured if we have time today, we're going to watch this. It looks like Jerry Rig Everything did a Pixel 4a durability test. I haven't seen it. I'd actually be interested to how it fares. Okay, let me see here. Yeah, Brian, thank you for giving a little advice there. Ishmael says, been putting money elsewhere lately, but we'll be getting the Tab S7 Plus the end of the year. Nice. I don't know anything about that at the moment. There you go. Jason says, decide camera over the battery, over the size, and then price. There you go. Okay. Where am I at here? Arcosinus's opinion. Hello, welcome to the stream. Hi, Jerome. Just discovered your second channel. Nice work with fasting. Thank you. Just ran into it by chance. You're such a hard worker. Keep up the good work. Thank you. I appreciate that. I don't know if I accidentally posted it on my Phone Jerome Twitter. I didn't mean to. And it was fine. I noticed it like an hour later. I'm like, oh, well, it's too late. I just, I don't want to like bombard people with all my other stuff. Like, I'm sure there are a lot of tech people who don't care about my fasting, but there are also a lot of people who have asked me why or like how I've lost all this weight. And that channel kind of explains that. But thank you. I appreciate you saying that. So when I talk about how busy I am and you guys see these camera comparison videos, like also know that I'm running another channel at the same time, as well as my part-time job in the morning. And I'm very busy, but thank you, Arcosinus's opinion. I appreciate that. Baron of Gray Matter, howdy campers. What's going on, Ed? How are you, man? Welcome to the stream. Nice to see you. Neil says, yes, mate, more strict rules, shops and pubs shut. Lockdown 2.0, but I'm all good. Thanks. I'm glad you're good. Yeah. They here in Chicago, they closed a bunch of indoor dining places. If you don't serve food at a bar, pub, right? Pub, bar, same thing. Bar here. But if you don't serve food at the bars here, you can't do it indoors. And now that it's getting colder, it's whatever. Yeah, it sucks. Like it sucks about Thanksgiving. It sucks about Christmas. There's going to be like, no, I have a huge family, like a huge family. And to be able to, and to not be able to spend time with them is going to be a little disappointing. Does this color look weird? I'm used to the orange. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Does this look too white? That sounds racist. I should use my old light. For some reason, this light looks weird. Give me a second. So like there's that white light, but this is that's my orange light. So hold on. There's that. Does that look better? Well, that's so bright now. let's kind of keep it at, I feel like my skin color looks, I feel like I look too pale on the other one. I don't know. That's fine. It's also still too bright. Yeah, that looks more natural. It's like a live white balance test, everybody. GY888, what's going on? $1,200. That's about 2 Google Pixel 5s with these early sale prices. That's why you have two. I have too many phones. I do. I'm just gonna finish these camera comparisons and then I gotta get rid of them. Okay, so let's go ahead and what do I want to talk about? So yes, like I said, I pre-ordered the iPhone 12 Pro Max. Really, what I'm looking forward to is seeing how good the cameras are going to be on it, if it's going to be worth it. How good is the camera going to be over the iPhone 12 Pro? I don't know if I'm going to have time to do testing between the 12 Pro and the 12 Pro Max because I pick up the 12 Pro Max next Friday, and I think this has to be returned before then, which is unfortunate. But if I get a chance to test the 12 Pro with the 12 Pro Max, then I will. If not, then we'll see. So what I wanted to do today is I did camera comparison tests for the Pixel 5 and the iPhone 12 Pro during the day. And I put that video out yesterday. I wanted to go over that today and get a couple thoughts on it. And then if you guys noticed a little earlier today, I also put a camera comparison for 4K video at night on the Pixel 5 and the 12 Pro. Did I say 12 Pro Max earlier? 12 Pro. 12 Pro. Anyway, hold on. I'm trying to open all of this up. Give me 1 second. Okay. So, all right, we're going to go through this. We might not spend a lot of time on either of these, but I figure we might as well just go over it. I'll give you my thoughts on it. You guys already know my thoughts when it comes to some of the other camera comparisons I did at night with the Pixel 5 and the 12 Pro. I mean, if anything, we'll go through some of this stuff again, but like this was taken in the middle of the afternoon and the sun was like on its way down, but it was at the peak. It was at peak time. So Pixel 5, 12 Pro, which is a little weird here because usually the 12 Pro is the warmer shot, but this was in like direct sunlight, blue skies, sunny days. Most of the camera comparisons that I've done with the 12 Pro started in really overcast skies. And the last couple of days here in Chicago, it's been super nice out, sunny. It's been nice out. Today I went for like a really long walk and it was good. It was nice to get out and be like the last couple of days have been kind of rough. And it was nice to get out and take photos and do videos. But yeah, so here we're just going to go through this. So Pixel 5, 12 Pro, when you compare the two, this Pixel 5 is a lot warmer than I'm used to seeing. Usually the 12 Pro is the warmer shot. I don't know if it's because of the blue skies or whatever, but the 12 Pro looks, it honestly looks a little more natural here, which is usually not the case. And then in the cropped version, so this is something that kind of surprised me, is this Pixel 5 is very soft, very, very soft. The 12 Pro has a lot more detail. And I don't know if this was just a fluke or not, but I'm hoping it was a fluke. Although in some of the other shots later, it looks like the 12 Pro just might have better detail overall. And that might have to do with better optics, better hardware on the phone. In this next set of shots, Pixel 5, 12 Pro, Pixel 5, 12 Pro, you'll notice though, this blue is really like, I mean, that blue looks like the blue lately here in the city. This actually might be a little, I don't want to say muted. I mean, this looks like it's, you know, there is a bit of range there in color while this is just a straight dark blue. I can't remember. These were taken at the end of October, something like that. Anyway, both of these shots turned out really nice. If you go side by side, I mean, I would say it's hard to tell. I mean, you get a little more shadows pushed up here. This has the shadows are darker. Obviously, you can see it here as well. And then zoomed in. So the detail here is a little better on the 12 Pro. It's also weird because the last test I did was with the Pixel 4a and the 12 Pro, and the 4a seemed to keep up, but that was also during overcast skies, so I really don't know if that makes the difference or not. But this 12 Pro, actually, that's what I'm going to do this weekend. I want to test my 12 Pro with the Pixel, not the 12 Pro. I would like to test the Pixel 5 with the Pixel 4a and the Pixel 5 with the Pixel 4. Those are tests I haven't done yet. I want to try to put some time away and do that as well, but we'll see this weekend. And then in this crop shot, actually, the Pixel 5 looks a bit better here. This looks a little too over sharpened to my liking. Okay, next shot, Pixel 5, very clear, good looking shot. The iPhone 12 Pro, and now you see it. The iPhone 12 Pro, brighter shot, a little on the warm side. Also looks a bit over sharpened, but that, I don't know. I'm just, because it looks like it's a bit much over here. Side by side, you really can't tell that much of a difference. I mean, these whites are brighter. This, though, is off to me. This doesn't look right. This looks almost too much as well. This looks more like the natural shot over here. And then cropped in. See, this does look like the blacks are darker, deeper, richer, and the clarity looks better as well. And that's something I've noticed when I did these comparisons is it looks like the iPhone 12 Pro, I mean, even though the Pixel has great shots, it looks like the 12 Pro just has, I don't know if it's better AI. I don't think it's better AI, but I think their hardware is just better at this point. And this is kind of exciting for me to see the 12 Pro Max. Hey, Musk, what's going on? What's up, Jerome? How you doing, Musk? Welcome. Scary. I'm sure it's still there. People don't take their shit down here in the city. Everything, all Halloween decorations are still up everywhere. Nice to see you, Musk. Welcome. Welcome. Okay, so and then this is the wide angle. So this is the normal wide angle. The colors look pretty similar still. And then this is the iPhone 12 Pro, a wider field of view. And you can see how that 13-degree difference does make a difference. But this wide angle on the 12 Pro just looks too overdone. I don't know. I mean, the Pixel 5 looks kind of similar. It is warmer here on the 12 Pro, but it just seems like these are getting washed out. So where is my, here's the normal on the 12 Pro, and then here's the wide angle, and then the wide angle on the 5. And then comparing the two, I mean, these blues are deeper, right? There are just parts of the 12 Pro that look kind of washed out. And I'm not sure if the 5 is handling the wide angle better, the ultra wide better than the 12 Pro. Goat Crew, I don't think I've seen you in here before. iPhone has better lenses and sensors for now. I mean, yeah, I know. I know that. That's kind of what I'm getting at. You know, we've talked about this a lot, is the fact that the Pixel has had old hardware for years. And the one thing that I've been talking about is they've needed an upgrade for a while. And it's nice to see Apple upgrade their hardware while upgrading their software. There's still a couple caveats though, and I'm wondering if any of that's going to be remedied with the 12 Pro Max. Hey, Amin, how's it going? How are you, man? Welcome to the stream. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Okay, let's move on here because I also have the video to go over. So this is the crop version for the wide angle or the ultra wide angle. And this is kind of similar to what I was talking about before. The Pixel 5 on the ultra wide, it seems to blur the shot, while the 12 Pro, well, I don't know. It doesn't really look blurred. Well, it does kind of here, while the 12 Pro like really kind of just over sharpens, at least on the ultra wide. So this shot here on the Pixel 5 and the 12 Pro was just to take a look at lens flare. I should have done more shots in the sun, but I didn't really have, like, I didn't take a ton of shots then. Side by side, this is white compared to the orange here. The lens flare isn't like awful on either. I mean, you're both getting it on both shots. There's a bit of haze everywhere. This actually looks off compared to here. Like this is more like purplish, but it's not like awful. This though, this is an ultra wide that kind of confused me. So this is the ultra wide on the Pixel 5 and then the ultra wide on the 12 Pro. Again, you can see there's a huge difference. Maybe huge isn't the right word, but there's a big difference in terms of field of view. The 12 Pro is obviously a wider field of view. The Pixel 5 is not, but the colors on the 12 Pro seem really off. This is again like really deep and contrasty, which is something I like, but it just seems like it's a bit much. The church here is also really, really dark. It's not indicative of what it really looks like in real life. It's not that dark. Also, if you guys ever watched that show on Netflix called, what is it? Easy? This church has been, Easy is like this show that's like it's based in different neighborhoods of Chicago. This church has been on the show. Anyway, so when you compare the two, like there are two obvious differences. A much contrast darker shot on the 12 Pro, and then I don't even know if the Pixel 5 is, I mean, the Pixel 5 is the more natural shot, although it looks a little hazy as well. I don't think one is completely better than the other, but I think I would pick the Pixel 5 in this scenario. When it comes to detail, you can see over sharpened again. This just looks, it doesn't look like much was changed there. And then here, again, the over sharpening, and then you get more of a blurred kind of like soft shot. And that's how the ultra wide handles those shots. This is again the main shooter, Pixel 5, 12 Pro, and then side by side. See, and then here's the thing though, even when you're looking at a cropped version of the main shooter, it just looks like the 12 Pro is a lot more detailed. I'm surprised. Because again, when I tested it with the 4A, it didn't seem like it was this much of a difference in terms of overall like quality at the crop. But again, it might be just because there's a lot more light instead of when I was doing it initially with the 4A and it was overcast. I just didn't think it was going to be that big of a difference. So again, Pixel 5, 12 Pro. I just wish the 12 Pro didn't brighten up the shot that much all the time, because sometimes it just seems like it's a bit much. And then cropped, again, the 12 Pro, it's a better shot overall, or at least quality wise. Okay. The last couple of shots here are just ultra wide shots, just to show you the difference of how, like, this is able to take this part here, and you don't see that on the Pixel 5, right? And then you see that effect on the wide, the ultra wide there. And then Pixel 5, 12 Pro, these look like two completely different shots. They look like they were taken in different times of the day, but they weren't. This is just way too much. It's like a cooler shot, but this blue is just, it's overdone. And then again, Pixel 5, 12 Pro, you can see that again in the sky with the ultra wide. Pixel 5 looks more natural. And then again here, you see a blurred shot on that ultra wide. This more over sharpened than anything else. So that's all I got for that. If I had to put a couple words to it, it looks like, so the Pixel 5 is still able to take excellent shots. Most people aren't going to be pixel peeping the way I am. They're not going to be cropping things in or whatever, but if you had to do it, at least from what I'm seeing here, it looks like the 12 Pro's sensors, its optics, at least for the main shooter, look really good when cropped in. It looks like it's able to handle the shots a bit better in terms of quality. But the overall picture, sometimes the 12 Pro is a little too bright. And then with the ultra wide, it looks like the Pixel 5 is better. I think it's nice to have a wider field of view on the 12 Pro, but the colors just seem too oversaturated on their ultra wide. And I don't know if that can be fixed later, but I will see. I don't know if anyone else has been complaining about that or have talked about that. Yeah, Neil, how blue is that iPhone picture? Yeah, it's way too much. Way too much. All right. Where do I want to go with this? So we're only half an hour in, but you know what? I haven't watched this video that Ernie sent me, and I figure we might as well take a look at this because I'm actually curious about this tweet that Ernie sent. He says here, the 4A survives Jerry's durability test. I haven't watched this, but I figured we might as well. I don't know if you guys have or not, but I'm wondering how the 4A holds up. I do have my 4A here. It's still doing what it needs to do, but the thing about this 4A is I messed up the screen, like the front of the screen, the front of the display. I messed it up, and that's because it was sitting on top of my iPhone, my iPhone 12 Pro, and the back here scratched it up. So I'm looking forward to seeing how well this works. Let's go ahead and take a look.
The Google Pixel 4a is one of the cheapest smartphones I reviewed all year. It's just $350. Feels good to finally have a phone in front of us that won't break the bank. But if it's not breaking the bank, will it just break in general? There's really only one way to find out. This video is sponsored by Audible. Let's get started. Everything. It's hard to say for sure.
We're just going to get to the point, or the part where he starts breaking it apart.
But we might as well.
Oh, there we go.
Test. The Pixel 4a is using some old school Gorilla Glass 3, so we already know where it's going to scratch, but we might as well check anyway. Remember, glass is glass, whether it's Gorilla Glass 3, 5, or Victus. The scratching level will be the same, but the toughness, as in the shatter resistance, might improve slightly with each new level of glass. Toughness is hard to quantify because changing the shape of the glass or the curve of the screen also affects the strength. The Pixel 4a scratches at a level 6 with deeper grooves at a level 7.
Man, it just makes me wonder how it scratched so bad on my 4a just from the back of this iPhone 12 Pro.
Keys, coins, and razor blades won't have any effect on the glass or the 8-megapixel front-facing hole-punch camera up here in the top corner. The top stereo speaker grill and earpiece.
God, that makes me cringe to watch him do this. I haven't watched a video of his in a while.
See how Google got this phone so cheap. It's plastic. My razor can easily carve huge chunks of plastic away from the sides of the phone. Now, of course, there is nothing wrong with plastic. Honestly, I kind of like it, since the Pixel 4a will literally never have a shattered glass back to replace. Unlike the $400 iPhone SE, whose broken glass back costs $270 to fix. Once we get down here to the bottom USB-C charging port and stereo speaker, we do see something interesting. There are no antenna lines on the Pixel 4a, which gives it a nice, smooth, uniform design all the way around. Google was able to accomplish this no antenna design by putting those antennas as a thin metallic layer embedded inside the plastic around the bottom and top of the phone.
I didn't know
The
that.
metallic layer doesn't encompass the whole phone, it's just at the ends. You can see the top of the phone has more thin copper, right next to our friend the headphone jack.
Oh, that's just, I don't like that sound.
There's plenty more plastic here next to the removable SIM card tray. There's no water resistance rating on the Pixel 4a. The Google G on the back is lightly painted onto the surface, so it might rub off eventually, but not a big deal. Overall, it's a very simple and inexpensive design, quite the opposite of the very complex and expensive RGB gaming phones that cost quite a bit more. Speaking of gaming, do you remember Ready Player One, both the movie and the story? One thing I'm looking forward to from Audible.
That sounds like an ad right there. But let me just get into chat really quick. Hero Plane, make a portrait comparison. The Pixel 5 will win, in my opinion. The portraits on the Pixel were always better. So actually, somebody just left a comment about that on one of my videos, and I've been meaning to do that. It's just, I did a portrait comparison with the Pixel 5. Wait, did I do it with the Pixel? Yeah, I did. No, I did it with the iPhone 11 Pro. I did it with the iPhone 11 Pro and the iPhone 12 Pro. I need to do that. I need to do a Pixel 5 and a iPhone 12 Pro portrait test also at night. I just need somebody to take pictures for me because I can't do it by myself. So, yeah, definitely. Also, hi, Hero Plane. Welcome. Musk. This guy's calm voice as he destroys phones. Have you not watched Jerry Rig Everything? That's his thing. He does it with all of his phones, but he does have quite a calm voice for sure. Ernie says, yeah, his videos are pretty brutal. The iPhone and the 4A were in a fight. Yeah, so that's how I feel too. That sound is, it's so harsh. Man, I love his durability test, but I cringe. I'm the same way. Just watching it now, it just makes me cringe. Almost kept my 3. Hey, how's it going, Anthony? Almost kept my 3 because the size was just a bit smaller, a little tougher for me to one hand everything with the 5, like my 3, but this battery on the 5 is so much better. Yeah, actually, the last battery like check I did on my 5, I got over almost 7.5 hours of screen on time, but that's because I was watching Twitch for a while just in bed. But yeah, definitely great battery for sure. Let's do a drop test with one of Romy's phones. No, that's not happening. I'm sorry, not happening. I just received my $950 Pixel 5. $250 in shipping and service and tax. My God, Hero Plane. I really like it. Well, I'm glad you like it. Going from a 2XL. Just so expensive. That's so expensive, Hero Plane. Oh my God. Congrats though. Congrats. All right. Let's finish up with this. There's 3 minutes left on here.
Sponsoring this video is
Okay,
Ready
let's
Player 2,
pass this
free audiobook.
Okay.
You won't regret it.
I'll probably regret it.
The downside of the Pixel 4a is its one camera perspective. You would think there would be more cameras hidden under this massive square glass camera housing.
Oh, don't do that.
From everything I've seen though, that one 12 megapixel camera is pretty great. But sometimes it's nice having a wide angle or telephoto camera for a unique perspective. After all the craziness that's gone on in 2020, I decided it might be best if art class was Jerry was something non-controversial. You know, I could just draw something we could all universally agree on, like how candy corn is the best tasting candy of the holidays.
Wow.
You can let me know how much you like candy corn.
Wait a minute. I have never met anyone that really likes candy. I love candy corn. I'm surprised. Most people hate candy corn. They think it's like the most awful tasting thing. And I love candy corn. I agree with Jerry Rig Everything on that for sure.
Down in the comments. There is no metallic layer on the back of the Pixel 4a. It is all pure plastic. The last few phones that I've tested have all had under-screen fingerprint scanners, and have all been equally underwhelming. Some not even able to read my fingerprint because my hands aren't squeaky clean. But that's not the case with this Pixel 4a. The rear fingerprint scanner was able to set up my fingerprint super fast. And recognize it every single time, even with substantial damage made to the fingerprint scanner surface.
That just goes to show how good their fingerprint reader is, really.
Not bad at all. Thumbs up for that. The Pixel 4a has a 5.8-inch 1080p OLED display, which we can confirm by seeing the pixels turning slightly white after 20 seconds from the heat of my lighter. The screen did still mostly recover. But $350 is $350, and if a phone sacrifices too much durability to achieve a low price point, then it's just not worth buying. With the first bend of the Pixel 4a, we see that curve, but the phone locks out and does not snap in half or crack. And it's the same from both sides. The Pixel 4a might be the most durable budget phone of 2020. The Nord snapped, and the iPhone SE has a glass back. Overall, I'm impressed with the Pixel 4a.
It's weird because I typically don't watch Jerry Rig. Well, I don't watch a lot of tech YouTubers videos. I don't. But to see this, to see how this is the weird thing for me. It seems like it's holding up really well. It seems like it's able to like survive all of these durability tests. And the fact that it's $350, it really makes it hard for me to not say that this is like the phone of the year for 2020. Even though it's not the best in everything, it seems like it's just for the price, for what it does, it seems like a top-notch phone. Now, the thing that really confuses me is how can this phone be $350 and have great quality here? Because I haven't noticed any real issues in terms of build quality or whatever. And why is the Pixel 5 having issues with display gap? Well, I mean, you know, we talk about all the other things when it comes to price and it comes to the top speaker and all of that kind of stuff, but it's really impressive to see the Pixel 4a hold up.
I don't talk about software much on my channel, but it also has a robocall blocking feature that I'd love to try out. Those are pretty much the worst. Let me know if there's any other budget phones you want me to sneak in before the end of the year, and we'll be taking a look at the inside of the Pixel 4a, so hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Grab your free audiobook from Audible with the link in the description, and come hang out with me on Instagram.
It's impressive. I mean, it's definitely impressive to see the 4a survive the way it does. Why I just don't know why it seems so good in its consistency and quality, and the Pixel 5 is already having issues. It's either that or people aren't, because the phone is so cheap, they're not thinking of those issues. They just let it slide by. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. I want this guy doing my eulogy at my funeral. That'd be very calming for sure. Is the camera glass on the 4a Gorilla Glass as well? I have no idea. If anyone can chime in, because I have no idea. Ernie says the candy corn debate is pretty big. Really? I feel like most people hate candy corn. I think it's great. I think it's great. Grant with the 5G emoji. What's going on, Grant? How's it going, man? Nice to see you. Welcome. Dougie's in here as well. Where did I just miss? Dougie, where'd you go? Oh, there you go. Hi, fam, with the Nexus emoji. How's it going, Dougie? Welcome to the stream. Nice to see you, as always. Nice to see you. Guys, welcome. All right. So, Ernie, thank you, by the way, for sending that to me on Twitter. Also, for anyone who's wondering, if you that's a way to get my attention. Usually maybe put an article or something, and like if it's interesting enough, I'll put it up and we can talk about it. So, where am I at here? The one thing that I wanted to go over was, and I don't know how many of you watched the video I put out today, and it was a 4K video just talking about the Pixel 5 versus the iPhone 12 Pro at night doing 4K 30. I don't want to go through the whole thing, but I do want to talk about some of it and just see like what you guys think. If you guys had a chance to watch it, if not, then we can talk about it here. Zico Day, how's it going, man? Gorilla Glass 3. Oh, there you go. On the 4A. Gotcha. Thank you thank you, Zico and Neil for sharing that. Jennifer, what's going on? I like candy corn, not my favorite, but I have a huge sweet tooth. So do I. Okay. Where am I at? Oh, video. All right. So for those who haven't watched it, we will watch it now. I won't go through the whole thing, but this is the Pixel 5 and the iPhone 12 Pro at night, 4K 30. All right, everyone. So tonight I am recording 4K, 30 frames per second. So did you notice here how warm it was? Look at how yellow it is here, and then the 12 Pro, it doesn't do that, which is weird because I feel like they kind of go back and forth in this video. I haven't had a chance to really like look at it. I just put it together and then I posted it and published it. So I haven't had a chance to even really see how it compares at night, except for now. So tonight I am recording 4K, 30 frames per second on. So now it just looks normal, brighter on the Pixel 5. And the iPhone 12 Pro, which is on the right. This time I'm recording 30 frames per second. I have recorded previously. The stabilization still looks a little weird on the 5, doesn't it? 4K. And when I did that, the stabilization on the Pixel 5 was a little wonky. So if you guys didn't see the one video I made where I was recording in 4K 60, the video stabilization on the Pixel 5 with 4K 60 looked really, really robotic. It didn't look natural like the iPhone usually. iPhones look a lot more natural when it comes to that kind of stabilization. It just looked really robotic. Yeah, sorry. I'm saying the same shit. I've done 1080p, 30 frames per second just during the day. And those look pretty comparable, but this is the first time I'm doing video at night. Hi, Black Moon. So I don't think I've seen you here before. Right now I'm in an area that you're just spamming. Pretty good lighting. So pay attention. I always say the same things, but wait, let me look at chat here. Ed says, I fail to understand why people film in 4K 30 on these phones when 4K 60 is available. Isn't that the point? So I'll just put my 2 cents in here. I actually do not. I know a lot of people talk about 4K 60 or 60 frames per second in general. I don't like filming in 60 frames per second. I don't know if it's because it's just like the videography, like in general, but I like 30 frames. I like 24 frames per second. I don't like the whole smoothness of 60. It always feels like every time I see someone film in 60 frames per second, it feels like I'm watching a soap opera. Do you know what I'm saying? For me, I don't care for it. The only reason I did this in 4K 30 was because we've done 4K 60 and I wanted to see how well if stabilization was different at 30 versus 60 at 4K. That was the only reason I did it. I'm not a fan of 4K 60, which is why you never, if you look at my videos, I rarely post anything in 4K 60, but that's just me. I know a lot of people like it. It's really not my thing. Jennifer says, also, I wonder why it took Jerry Rig Everything so long to post the durability test. That's true. I don't know either. Ruben, what's going on? What up, party people listening at work while cringing at the durability test in candy corn? So Ruben's not a fan of the candy corn. I gotcha. It's all good. It's all good. Dougie says, did you test 4K 60? I did. Overheating test for 10 minutes. Not on my, so wait, you mean on like this Pixel 5 or you mean on this Pixel 5? This is my newer one. I haven't tested 4K 60 on that yet, but I will. But I had done 3 tests now with 4K 60 over 10 minutes and nothing's overheated yet. Okay, so let's go ahead here. Pay attention to video quality, pay attention to audio quality, and then obviously pay attention to the Pixel 5 still seems like it has better audio overall. So this area right here, at least from all the testing I've done so far. Oh, AJ, what's going on, man? Orange-ish lighting. Amin, I do, but I'm returning one. I'll explain it in a little bit. Too, since we're here, listen to the audio on that. Actually, I'm curious. So look at how, so here's the thing. This street right here does have a lot of amber lighting. It does have a lot of orange lighting, but this is just, it looks kind of off-putting. I mean, the reason I have 2 Pixel 5s is because I got this Pixel 5, this newer one that I got keep holding it upside down. I got this because I got a $200 gift card. I was able to get a good deal on it. If you, well, are you in the US? I mean, I'm not sure. For people who are in the US, I talked about why I got another Pixel 5 because I found Will found it for me. It was also $3 cheaper, $696 versus $699, and it came with the $200 gift card, and it's coming with like a charging bundle or a charging pack or whatever. Yeah. Okay. So, the Woo says, I may have missed it, but did you speed test both your Pixel 5s? I actually haven't even set up the new one yet, but I will. It was a medium brain move, saving $3. No, Hero Plane, I know. I said that yesterday. I made a mistake. I should have picked the green one. So I could have at least compared the two. I didn't even get it. I haven't even had a chance to look at the green one. I should have got the green one. That's a mistake on my part. All right.
Mute.
But look at how yellow this is.
But like do noise reduction is what I mean.
Yeah, it's so much quieter on the 12 Pro. Apostle T, what's going on, man? I know. I should have got the green one. God damn it. Don't make me regret what I just bought.
This is the Rockwell station, the Brown line here in Chicago.
So look at this is just a huge difference between the two. I believe the Pixel 5 is correcting itself in white balance because it is just a very like yellow street over here.
It's very quiet because
sounds like a Best Buy deal. They always come with gift cards. What's up, Jerome? What's up, Javon? How you doing, man? Welcome to the stream. Nice to see you.
Everything's just going to be back to normal.
God, it's so yellow. It looks so bad.
I don't know if that's ever going to happen. You know what's weird is as I'm looking at this right now, the iPhone 12 Pro is so warm. It's like
the audio sounds so much better on the Pixel 5.
At least the display looks so super yellow compared to what I see on the Pixel 5.
AJ.
Super, super duper yellow. Super duper.
That should not be a reason you don't go to the gym.
Divvy bikes here.
Hero Plane, stop. You're making me jealous. Stop it.
These are like $3 a ride.
Apparently Best Buy has the 4A 5G and the 5 on sale for $50. $50 off, I see. Really considering it. Yeah.
Street light. That lens flare looks.
Yeah, look at that though. This is a lot more than what you see on the 12 Pro for sure. In terms of like quality, I mean, they both seem really similar. I don't see like any huge difference. The Pixel 5 does seem to make things brighter, but at that same time, you get a little more. Well, this is a lot more overexposure in the lights.
Pronounced on the
you can
Pixel
see that
5
here compared to here.
The iPhone 12 Pro. Trying to figure which way we should go. I guess we can walk towards the busy street.
I mean, stabilization seems similar on both.
Area here is
I don't think
dark.
one is that much better.
I mean, there's still a good amount of.
But there is a little more jostling on the 12 Pro. Although even at 30 frames per second, it still seems. Well, it doesn't seem. It's obviously not as robotic as 60. For 60 frames a second, it looks so robotic. There's that lens flare.
Lens flare
on the 12 Pro.
On the 12 Pro, like right there.
This is annoying. This is really annoying.
It's interesting because I thought that lens flare was only really more pronounced during the sun, but it looks like it affects street lights and stuff too. I mean, I guess why wouldn't it? I'm going to try to keep talking so that you can listen to audio.
So now this looks more like the warmer shot,
I guess,
than the 12 Pro.
It also makes sense to just be quiet.
This though looks brighter now. This looks like it has a little more noise to it.
It's called. So we'll do this for a second. Just shut up.
There's that lens flare again on the 12 Pro. See, you can see it right here even. Like this is just a warmer shot. I don't know what it's doing. If it's because it's getting too dark. Is it because it's too dark that it's trying to, I don't know. I mean, if anything, this is slightly softer than the 12 Pro, but not by a lot. But again, here's that overexposure. It's a bit more here than here, although this looks okay. There's a kid saying, there's a person, I think he was saying recording or doing whatever.
I'm walking at, I guess, an average pace.
This lens flare that keeps coming in and out is getting quite annoying for me, to me.
I'm guessing though, because I've done 1080, 30 with the Pixel 5, that the stabilization should be better for 4K.
Maybe it's being biased, but the Pixel 5 sounds better. No, the Pixel 5 does sound better. It does sound better.
60 looks like on the Pixel 5. I'll have to test that and see if that.
What up, Swanye? What's going on, man? Welcome.
As well.
Thank you guys for helping out, AJ. Yeah, hue and saturation inconsistent. I can see that.
Degrees.
I agree, Jennifer. So look at this though. So again, this is a more darker situation, and this is a lot softer than what I'm seeing on the 12 Pro. I say a lot softer. Maybe it's not a lot softer, but this looks more appealing than what's here. I think in super low light, in dim light, I think the 12 Pro is capable of more. In a way, it kind of makes me excited to see how good this 12 Pro Max is going to be, if it's actually going to be that much better than the 12 Pro, but who knows?
Since it's not like super busy.
Also, the OIS on the 12 Pro Max.
Mask, well, still on me, but not, leftover Halloween stuff. I feel like no one really takes their Halloween stuff down. Also, this morning when I went for a walk,
Pixel 5 just seems like it has better stabilization.
Squirrels were just eating all the goddamn pumpkins everywhere. It's like a feast for them. Good for them.
The woo. No, trust me, I'm not.
All right, we are rounding at, what is this? Almost 7 minutes of recording. I'm also going to do 10 plus minutes again just to see if the Pixel 5 can handle 4K. I mean,
and it can. It was fine at 30.
It's 4K 30, but I'm sure it's still a stressor.
So I know there's a part here where I kind of like, I start testing the
actually, so it has
two times,
right?
And then the ultra wide.
2 times. You might as well just pan so you can see what 2 times looks like.
I think what I should have done is zoomed in all the way to see what the difference is really going to look like. I'll do that next time. Because at 2 times, but even on the Pixel 5, it looks fine.
What 4K didn't
have
that
goddamn lens flare, man. Look at that.
We weren't able to do a wide angle. So that is wide angle on the Pixel 5, which is 0.6, and then wide angle.
So this is a big difference too in the wide angle. I think the Pixel 5 has a better wide angle overall than the 12 Pro. Even though the 12 Pro has a bigger wide angle, like a bigger field of view, I think the Pixel 5 has a better overall look to it.
The iPhone 12 Pro, which is 0.5.
It's pretty dark on the 12 Pro.
The iPhone 12 Pro looks pretty dark on the display compared to the Pixel 5.
I guess at the same time as how often are you going to be using the wide angle?
I want to get to like
it does look like the 5 is the better
to see how much
the better wide angle
really gets affected.
Maybe. I don't know. I still go back and forth with it.
I don't think there's an alley here. Well, this is a dark area down there.
So this is harder to tell, but This still looks brighter here with this wide angle. This does look a little warmer, but I mean, you can see more here. I don't know. This doesn't look bad though.
Just to give you an idea.
I know there's a darker. Oh, here we go.
Like, there's just like barely any space in between.
So you can see this purple hue coming out now. This stays black. It stays dark, but you also can't see a ton. But maybe that's the point, because this is starting to look off to me. Like I'm not digging that at all.
Buildings, and it's always.
But I guess at the same time, who's recording that dark anyway? I don't know. Maybe though it's important to note, because that's just the overall
like
shot you're gonna get.
Down that way, like this. This is like super duper dark. Well, kinda. And I'm not gonna walk down there because I don't want someone being like, "What are you doing? You don't live here."
So this is really dark. I'm looking at chat here too. So Jennifer's saying, theoretically, would there be any video differences between the 5 and the 4A 5G? I thought they have the exact same lens and ultra wide. So I think they do. I'm not exactly sure. It's something I wish I could test. I did order the 4A 5G, but I don't even think I'm going to be opening it, because I just don't want to open all these phones and then return it. And then they charge me $35 for a restocking fee and blah, blah, blah. But I think they're going to be the same. I think. Gandak, come to Rosemont one day. Great place to test the camera. After the Rona, where are you talking about in Rosemont? You talking about in that little square there by the fashion outlet? Where like there's always something going on over there. Always. I mean, that's a long train ride all the way to the Rosemont Blue Line. You gonna pick me up? I know they have like a lot of Christmas lights and stuff, which is nice. Anyway, what's going on, Gantek? Soigné, that lens flare on the 12 looking real ghost adventure-ish here.
Oh, we're still on the wide angle lens, by the way. Just
hey, what's going on, Tony? Welcome. Nice to see you.
Oh, there is an alley here. But
Batman will no doubt find these samples
kind
useful.
Of bright.
All right, let me just kind of move forward on this. I walked in this dark alley just to test the wide angle.
With wide angle and then the main shooter.
So you can see here, it's already, as we get darker, this is starting to turn purple and yellow. This is just getting darker.
You can see this is getting darker as I go down here.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go too far down.
So you can already see the difference here. Yeah, you could see more, but you get that like purplish hue. So
definitely darker, at least.
But this is starting to, well, this is really bright compared to here.
So it looks darker on.
I do prefer. See, here's the thing: is I prefer this darkness over this purplish hue on the 5. If I had to complain about that or something with the video on here, it's just I don't care for this. I would rather you show me black if I'm in a black dark area.
The Pixel 5 could just be like have that purple hue or tint.
Yeah.
So here's the main shooter.
So look at the change in that. Look at how quickly the main shooter makes a difference on both, but like on the 12 Pro especially.
That purple hue.
So tint. as I switch out to the main, you see this got better, but the 12 Pro just increases by so much. Like this becomes the brighter shot overall. And I don't think in a bad way either. This isn't showing a purple hue or anything like that.
Up with the main shooter. And then 2 times. 2 times. We'll go back to the main shooter. All right, turning back around.
Oh, shit, Mario with the $20 super chat. Oh my God, Mario Pring, thank you, man. Thank you so much. Holy cow, I didn't. Mario, thank you, man. Thank you for the support. Thank you for helping offset costs. Sorry, I got thrown off. I'm trying to think of like what I normally say. Thank you, man. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it. The iPhone 12 Pro Max or the Z Fold 2? I mean, the Z Fold 2, here's the thing is I don't even know much about the Z Fold 2, but that's more of a niche thing. That's more of like I don't want to call it a show offy thing. The Z Fold 2 has a lot going for it, but I just don't know. Like for me, I really appreciate cameras, and I appreciate a solid device that I don't have to worry about. And like if I had to pick one, I would pick the 12 Pro Max, and that's only because I buy iPhones and Pixels because I feel like those are the best phones around. But that's also because of the camera. What about you guys in chat? What do you guys think? Yeah, Tony says 12 Pro Max. Javon says I'd rather have the 12 Pro in that dark alley, safety reasons. But Mario, I mean, do you want the Fold because I guess I don't know what your priorities are. So I mean, yeah, they're both up there in price. But I mean, the 12 Pro Max is going to be tried and true for the most part. I don't know, man. Again, like I'm telling you how I feel. Like I don't even think about the Z Fold 2. I still feel like it's too early for that tech. I know there are people who've gotten it though, and they're pretty happy with it. I just don't know if it's just how long it's going to get updated for, if they're going to keep continuing updating it for like the tech that's in it. I don't even know how good the camera is on that phone. And like, I'm just big on the camera. That's why. But Mario, man, thank you. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for help and support. If you do make that decision, let me know which one you end up getting. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Jason was saying here, which reminds me, I was using the Pixel 3 XL in Disney Hong Kong back in 2018. Weather was hot and the phone shut down after taking multiple quick succession photos. Man, really? I've never had that issue on my 3. But if having Pixel Visual Core can overheat, imagine the Pixel 5 with the Visual Neural Core. Do you think that's what it was? Is that why they removed Visual Core? Huh. That's crazy. I didn't even think about that. It says people pay for elite lens flare. I don't know. That lens flare is just too much, man. I really wish they would. I don't know. Maybe they'll figure that out. I'm not that brave, AJ. That alley isn't. It's the north side of the city, but yeah. Brad C. What's going on, Brad? Jerome is 100% biased on the comparison. iPhone is 100 times better, but y'all can't admit it. Really? You think the iPhone is 100 times better? I think that's a stretch. Am I biased? I don't know if I'm biased on it. I really don't. I kind of call it how I see it. I think the iPhone 12 Pro, at least if you looked at, were you here earlier, Brad, when I was talking about the photo comparison? I think during the day on the main shooter on the iPhone 12 Pro, it has better quality. Definitely has better quality, but I don't think the wide angle is any better, the ultra wide. And then here for video, does the iPhone 12 Pro really look that much better? I don't really think it does. I think the audio is better on the Pixel 5. I think the 12 Pro handles nicely at night. I think in even lower light situations, the 12 Pro is the better phone. But if we're talking about video stabilization, I'll also give that to the 12 Pro. But with the Pixel 5, it's so weird to call me like, I'm just trolling. Why do you got to do that to me? No, but here's the thing is like, I still think the 12 Pro is the better camera overall. I don't know. I think the 12 Pro does well in a lot of situations, but it's not enough to just be, I don't know. It sucks paying $1,000 and not getting $1,000 worth of a phone. That's why I bought that 12 Pro Max. So when I spend $1,100, I can be even more disappointed. Okay. God damn it, Brad. Let me see here. Tony says, Jerome, you need the iPhone 12 in that alley when you get pecked in the head. It activates. Oh, there you go. I like that you say get pecked in the head. That it's weird. After getting mugged before, I don't know. It's not that I don't worry about it. I still worry about it, but I always try to watch my back. I guess you can't ever watch your back fully. Imagine, right? Imagine there's some guy walking down the street and he's holding this big ass tripod with 2 phones connected to it. Like, I'm a walking target at night, obviously, a walking target. I do this for you, all of you. So you're welcome. Apostle T, how's that battery been? On which one? The 5? On the 5 has been great. The 12 Pro, it's been good, I guess. I haven't really had a chance to really test it because the Pixel 5 has been my daily more than anything else. Yeah, so like, I don't know. I'd have to test on the 12 Pro. Ed is saying, no, he's saying if it overheats with the neural core, just imagine how it will without a standalone photo pro. Oh, yeah, there you go. That's true. Dougie says, to be honest, sometimes I find the iPhone better, sometimes Pixels. That's the issue, is like, I don't think there's one clear winner. I think they both have their pros and cons. I think the 12 Pro is doing too much when it comes to saturation, and I wish they would tone that down, and brightness. I'm waiting for this 12 Pro Max to see where it goes. Does the Max in the 12 Pro Max mean Max disappointment? Oh, you're savage, Ed. Jerome, do you mind if I share Nick's review of the iPhone 12 Pro versus the Note 20? I mean, you can tweet it to me. I'm an hour and 13 minutes in already. I'm like, this is going to be it for today, but like, I'll definitely well, I can't promise. It just depends. It also depends if I'm like, I guess the truth is, like, the Note 20 Ultra, I'm not really that excited about that phone either. So I can take a look. I don't know if I'm really going to like dive into it. So, but please feel free. Does the HDR video on the iPhone make a difference? So I haven't even turned it on because I heard it's a pain to do post-processing. I also heard that it doesn't show on your display properly unless you have a display that's capable of HDR, Dolby Vision, or something like that. I don't know too much about it to really share my thoughts on that. I guess I would need to do a little more homework on it, but yeah, I don't know. Brian says Jerome drops a tripod and says he I don't know, man. I have a big bark, but yeah, I don't have a big bite. I really don't. iPhone 12 is like the woo with all these analogies is like that high school prom date. So beautiful to look at for a short time, but when the makeup is off. Oh my God. All right. Let's kind of finish this video here. I always get scared I'm going to turn around and there's going to be somebody there. But we're good. We're good. Javon, no for Mario, just out of courtesy. Oh, I see what you're saying. No, yeah, feel free. I know how you feel about plugging other people's channel and shot. No, I don't really care. It's not a big deal. I don't mind. Yeah, whatever you got to do. I'm a little confused at this point, but yeah, if it's to help out Mario, for sure, definitely for sure. Still good for the Pixel 5. I'm not worried about the 12 Pro at all. I feel like it'll handle it okay. I should just walk a little more stable. I feel like I just kind of like hold that tripod around like whatever. All right, Main Street here. I'm not gonna walk over. I was there last time. Brian with the $1 super chat. Brian, thank you, man. Thank you for the support as always. Thank you so much, man. Brian always dropping that super chat 99.99% of the time. Thank you, Brian. Thank you so much. Lou, what up, Slim? What up, Lou? How's it going, man? Welcome to the stream. Nice to see you. I think I do one last thing here. I just do like a
Really?
2 times
I think that's
optical or 2 times on the
Just
iPhone
wanted
12
to give
Pro.
you a glimpse.
Look at that. This gets a little blown out here though, actually, too. So if you look at the lights here, this is getting blown out over here compared to the 12 Pro.
Of the Pixel 5 at night versus the iPhone 12 Pro. We might as well do it 2 times here since we're standing here, just to see if one looks better than the other.
Actually, I can't. At 2 times, I really can't tell much of a difference, honestly. This is a bit bright though, for sure.
And back to 1 times.
All that lens flare,
All right.
man.
I think that'll be it. Let me know what you think. And
all right, that's it.
We'll talk soon. I'll post this.
Yeah, then I talk about if you want to watch the actual full video, I did upload it shortly before I started the stream, so feel free to take a look and check it out. Apostle says, remember, the Pixel 5 is $700 versus a $1,000 iPhone. That's very true. I guess the things that you'd have to factor in though too is like, I know I talk about the camera a lot, but it's also more than just the camera, right? It depends on what's important to you. You know, the processor, the chipset. I'm like, what else? What else does the iPhone give you? But the iPhone should last you longer. It has a better resale value. The ecosystem is the ecosystem. The UI is not for me. But also remember, you can probably get a better deal on the Pixel 5 if you wait and you make that big brain move is what I'm trying to say. But no, Apostle makes a point. That's very true as well. So Igor says Android matters. It does matter. It does. We should hold the iPhone to higher. And that's also a great point. We really should. When I spent $1,000 on this iPhone, I'm just like, well, it doesn't seem like that big of a difference in terms of the camera quality. And when I spend that much on a phone and the way they talked up the camera, I thought it was just going to be worlds better, but maybe it's not. Maybe it's not. Ed says, buy the Pixel 5 in the Moment case. You use Moment lenses on the main camera and beat all cameras. That's a fair point. I mean, I do have all the lenses from Moment. I just haven't used them in a minute. You can do more with Android than iOS. I agree. Gandex says, I'm just glad Pixel video looks better now. Me too. It's one thing that I used to complain about all the time, and I feel like I don't need to make that same complaint over and over. At least they've fixed that. I feel like most people will be posting their pics and video to social media, so the iPhone would be better for that, in my opinion. And that's the thing too, is it compresses everything, and so you don't get anything. I don't think most people are going to notice anyway. The only people who are going to notice are nerds like us, who, like, for you guys to sit here and watch me pick apart these like videos and photos. I think most people who would watch this are like, why is this guy talking about this? Who cares? I don't know. I care. I find it interesting. I like to see where the improvements have come and if they've gotten better or worse. I feel like it's important. I feel like, we need people out there doing that. Of course, Jerome, you can get a Moment case for the iPhone also and win that way too. Very true. Amin says, are they bringing any Pixel 5 features down to the 4? I'm sure the 4 is capable of 4K 60 and the other video modes. I think the other video modes will come. I don't think 4K 60 is coming. I really don't. I don't know what limitation it has, even though it doesn't make any sense, because why would there be a limitation when it has an 800 chipset? But I feel like the other things are going to come down the line for the 4 or older, or video stabilization. That's actually why this weekend, if I get time, I'm going to be testing the 4 with my 5, but I'm also going to be testing the 4A with my 5. I'm curious to see how good this 4A is versus the Pixel 5. I actually want to see how much better the 5 is to the 4A, and I really don't think it will be. I think they're going to be pretty similar. So, guys, I think honestly, that's it. Guys, if you haven't had a chance, please do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button. It does help me. It does help support with what I do. Also, I do stream weekdays at 2 p.m. Central, so feel free to hit that subscribe button. I would talk about the membership thing right now, but I'm not up to it today. Otherwise, guys, I think that's it. But I do want to take a second and just thank all of you guys for always coming in and being part of the Phone Jerome fam, or supporting. Like, that's really important to me. It's nice to have a community. It's the reason I do this weekdays. I know I don't have to do this every day, but I enjoy it. I enjoy talking tech. I enjoy having a community. I enjoy that you guys are able to talk to each other and share. Oh my God. And then Jason with a $5 super chat. Have a great weekend, everyone. Jason, thank you, man. Thank you for helping support. Guys, thank you so much. Jason, Brian, and Mario, guys, thank you for the super chats. Mario, thank you for such the generous super chat as well. You guys, I don't know how to put it. I do it because I enjoy what I do. I enjoy talking about, thank you, Dougie. I enjoy talking about chat or tech and all that kind of stuff. But to know that we actually have a community that cares, and like, I don't know, I don't mean to be sappy. It's just I'm very appreciative of you guys, and I want you guys to know that. So with that being said, I hope you guys have a great weekend. I will be back on Monday, 2 p.m. Central. 2 p.m. Central-ish. So make sure you hit that bell notification so you know when I'm actually streaming. Otherwise, hopefully I'll get more Apostle T with a $1.99 super sticker. I'm looking at the super sticker here. Thanks. A purple heart that says thanks. Apostle T, thank you so much. Thank you for the super sticker. Guys, thank you so much for the support as always. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. All of you. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Okay. I will be back Monday. I hope to see you here too. 2 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Pacific. Come back then. We'll do it all over. Guys, I'll see you soon. Have a good one. Bye.